Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Xanje Endeavors. This is Martian Vampire, and I wanted to make an episode about the new Melkins that were just released. I mean, not just released, they were released last week, but I planned on having this video out earlier if the Melkins didn't take so long to grow. So here I am. I don't know about anybody else, but the fact that 7 new Melkins were released was kind of overwhelming, and I was a little bit confused. And I'm still confused. If you're looking for answers in this video, you might not get all of them, because I'm not super big into mutations, but this is an easy way for players to explore those new mutations and sort of understand them a little bit better if they haven't already. The only mutations that I really mess with are the micro dwarves and man, I'm drawing a huge blank right now. The micro dwarves and the steel bangle whammies. My apologies. Anyway, so I see that there's 7 new Melkins, and so I went ahead and I bought a pair, one of each, and I went ahead and I grew them to see what they looked like. I explored their bios and everything like that. Looked at their mutations. This is still pretty new to me, but I wanted to make a video about them because there's so many, and I love Melkins, so I hope that you enjoy. So 7 new Melkins that were released. They're all Cloud Melkins, which they're just absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I want to give a shout out to Maple for making this pattern. It must have taken so much work to make 7 new patterns, so shout out to her because they just turned out incredible. So the new Melkins that came out are the Yaguti Cloud, the Golden Pink Cloud, Silver Dark Cloud, the Silver Light Cloud, Dark Cloud, Rainbow Cloud, and Gold Rainbow Cloud. They're all quite a mouthful, but I've noticed that they all have their own individual traits, yet they all carry the same 3 mutations. So they were released on May 5th of 2021, obviously, and in each of the bios, in each of their, not their bios, the library entries, they show that they carry 3 mutation genes, which A is light, B is Yaguti, and C is dark. And it says here that note that some species have gene alleles which exhibit incomplete dominance, meaning even carriers could have their own special appearance. Breed to find out. So a lot of this is trial and error, and I'm sure that a lot of people can have fun with this. I'm already having a lot of fun with this, even though I only bred, I believe, 4 pairs, just to kind of, test the water a little bit and see what they were all about. So if you're curious as to the genes that they carry, you can go ahead and check them out in the library, which I will link in the master post and in the description of this video. And I did want to make a little bit of a comment here about the mutations. I actually really like how you can buy these mutations now, because originally with let's see, like the leopard drakes and the cherry fire drakes, you had to really do a lot of breeding, and they only gave you I believe 1 or maybe 2 kinds that you could buy in the shop, and the rest was up to you. You just had to breed them. And that was a big problem among the player base, was, people weren't getting the mutations that they wanted, and it was very expensive to keep buying the pets that could or could not carry these genes, and to breed them and to find out they don't. A lot of trial and error. So I really like how they chose a pet that's a little bit easier to get. The Melkins are only 500 coins in the main pet shop, and you can buy all 7 of the mutations to just play with and have fun with, which I really like. Availability is nice, and now this gives everybody a chance to collect the mutations that they like and breed to their heart's content. So I really like that. Kind of levels the playing field a little bit, especially with a pet that's a lot easier to get, and because not every player can buy redstones, but every player can spend 500 coins on a Melkin. I spent hundreds of thousands of coins on these guys. So yeah. So the first pattern that we're going to be looking at here, you can actually crossbreed these patterns, which I found out just from trying to put this video together. You can crossbreed them. Obviously, which you can do to figure out these new mutations, but I haven't really seen many of these crossbreeding between 2 different patterns of the same pet, so that's really cool that you can do that. So here I have an Yaguti Cloud and a Silver Light Cloud that I figured out you could breed together, so that's pretty cool. Even though I didn't breed these 2 together, which you'll see later on, This was just to show that you actually could. So, now on to the first pattern that we'll be looking at, which is the Yaguti Cloud. I really like these ones, these two in specific. A lot of the palette of this kind of pet is like pinks and reds, and I love the cloud patterns in their wings. All of them have these, but the little stars that you have in these wings are just gorgeous. This one here on the left, the wings really remind me of like a dark, stormy and smoggy sky, and I really like how the clouds are on them, especially this one on the right. The red is just gorgeous, and I chose my two favorite ones to show off, so obviously they're going to be pretty, but still really nice looking Melkins. And at first I didn't really notice the difference between all 7 of these, which is why I kind of made this video to show 2 of each grown so that everyone can see the difference in them if they were debating on which ones to buy. Next up here is the Gold Rainbow Cloud, and these ones are a lot more colorful, much wider color palettes, especially this one here on the right with the neon green. Neon green is one of my favorite colors, and I love the stars that are in the wings as well. This one on the left, beautiful blue. You go into this page of the main pet shop and you just see every single color of the rainbow with these guys. And one thing that you definitely want to keep in mind when you are buying these Melkins is if you have specific ones that you want to buy, there are those check boxes at the bottom of the screen where you can filter which ones show up, which I really like that feature, even though kind of a relatively new feature. It's just nice to have because it makes buying pets like this much easier. And one thing I love about the Melkins is their cute little like paw pads in the middle of their hands. Like, that is so cute. Okay, after the Gold Rainbow, we have the Dark Cloud. These ones are, you can definitely see the contrast in these ones. This one on the right it reminds me so much of Shadow the Hedgehog. If you knew me back in my very early days of Xanje, and even if you go as far back as Feral Front, you'll know that I was really obsessed with Sonic, and so any red and black pet that I have is pretty much guaranteed to be named Shadow the Hedgehog. But one thing about these is I wish that the stars, they were visible in all of these patterns, because some of them, they're a little bit hidden underneath the dark colors, which is fine, it's just the variety, but I wish that you could see them a little bit more clearer. But either way, this one on the right, I found this one, and I didn't notice until it was grown that you can't really see the clouds, and I actually have another one in here that I'm going to show off. I believe it's one of my golden pink ones, that the clouds are super faint, so there's a lot of variety not only in the colors but in the opacity of the pattern itself, which is pretty cool. If you can end up probably finding some cloudless ones in here, which I think this one is actually cloudless. I mean, I'm pretty blind, so if you guys see clouds, let me know, but this one does look cloudless to me here on the right. After the Dark Cloud, we have the Golden Pink Cloud, and this one on the left was the one I was just talking about. The clouds, although they are not invisible, they are extremely light, and I actually didn't see them until I put them in this slide, and I blew it up, and I was like, oh, there are actually clouds. And these ones also have a pretty wide color palette as well, although they do center mostly around gold and pink. This one on the right is, I tried to choose ones that showed off 2 different kinds of, like 2 variants of the color palettes in each of the patterns. So this one on the left shows the golden, this one on the right shows the pink. But yeah, I really like these ones. This one on the left is actually one of my favorite Melkins that I bought of this release, simply just from the bright, vivid colors. Like, I'll buy a pet just if it's got crazy mismatched neon colors, even though it kind of reminds me of McDonald's and ketchup and mustard. I had to buy it because that red is just gorgeous. After Golden Pink, we have Silver Light, and the Silver Light is, I think it is they are one of my favorites. This is the one that I bought the most of. I wasted wasted is a strong word, but I spent a lot of coins on these bad boys. I am quite poor in terms of Xanje currency right now, but they are just gorgeous. I mean, blue is one of my favorite colors, especially this like frosty and cobalt blue. I mean, wow, look at them. And the fact that the stars are like black, wow, they're so pretty. So if you're looking for some really pretty Melkins, I suggest spending your whole bank account on the Silver Lights, because I mean, they're just beautiful. Okay, anyway, so after the silver lights, we have the silver dark, and I love the silver dark too. Can you guys tell that I love the Melkins? I mean, look at them, they're just so cute, and they're so easy to spend so many coins on because they're so cheap. I believe the jungle Melkins were, I think they were even cheaper than these ones. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they were only 100 coins. Even if they weren't, they were only 500. I mean, you can spend so many coins on these guys and not even realize because they're so cute. The silver darks, I really like these ones because in contrast to the sorry if you guys heard something knock over, that was my cat. In contrast to the dark cloud ones, you can actually see a difference between like the main fur color and like what's supposed to be the cloud color. Not a lot of contrast in the wings. I wish you could see the stars in these brighter color. Sorry, I wish you could see the stars a little bit better in these darker colored Melkins, but you know, the variety is important, and I still really, really, really like these ones. Probably my second favorite to the silver light clouds. Then after silver dark, we have the rainbow cloud, and these ones are so cute. They remind me of little Easter eggs. Like, these are the bright pastel spray paint neon counterparts to all of them. Like, I know the regular golden rainbow, they have a wide color palette, but I think that the rainbow cloud makes up for like the pastel colors, and the golden rainbow has more vivid and bright colors that you can choose from. I mean, these ones are still bright, but the rainbow cloud has more pastels that you can choose from. And these two were really hard to choose just two for to show off. Like, my whole room of them they're just so pretty, and I really had trouble finding pairs to grow to show off because I was like, okay, I can only grow two. And that was really hard. But this one on the right is one of my favorites. Like, that color combination is just so pretty, and the mint on this left one is really cute too. I like the mint and the purple combination. So yeah, this is a page where like, this is for my litter page, and I wanted to make as many combinations of these as I could, and they're obviously not born yet, but because I just bred them today. But that's all part of like finding out like what you can get from the pairs. I believe that they're all going to be different, so you can really only find what mutations they carry from breeding them yourself. And so up in the upper left here, I have an Yaguti and golden rainbow. Upper right is golden pink and golden light, which is the perfect cotton candy combination. Lower left is silver dark and golden pink, and lower right is rainbow and dark. I tried to keep them as contrasting as possible because I like the mismatch factor of these ones. Like, I cannot wait to see what these babies look like. Are you kidding me? Like, the excitement just really ropes you into this. I love these releases because they cost next to nothing to get, and all you need is a minty stone to breed them, and bam, you can see the mutations. And not only that, but all of the mutations are readily available for you to mix and match like you're a chemist with these Melkins. It is really the funnest thing ever, and I'm not the smartest with genetics. I failed that part of biology. So really, I commend those who have a really good understanding of them. But this is a good way for people who have been kind of scared to mess with the mutations like me, or who haven't really had a chance yet. Very easy to get. So I implore you to try it. Like, these are so pretty, so cute. You can build your collection of Melkins extremely fast. There's 7 new ones for you to choose from, and if you have, a favorite, you can spend all your coins on those, but I suggest getting a pair of each at least, so that in case later on down the road you want to experiment with these mutations, they're there for you. They're only 500 coins, people. Buy them up. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video about these Melkins. I've been wanting to for the past couple days. I just had to buy a bunch and grow them and then put this together. And video-wise, I wanted to see what people thought about this format, because I actually made this in a Google slide file, because I thought that it would be easier than scrolling through the Xanje website. It just seemed a little bit choppy in my last video, and this one, like, this way of doing it allows me to actually, like, control what's going on, what's being shown, and I love making PowerPoints. PowerPoints were my favorite thing to make in school, so getting to do it for fun for my YouTube channel and for Xanje is really cool. So if you like this, let me know. If you don't, I don't care. I'm still going to be doing it because I like it. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any ideas of what kind of video I should make next, if you have a particular like pet or pattern you would like me to do a video on, like I'm open to hearing it. Like if you think that there's a pet out there that doesn't get the recognition that it deserves, then I believe that it should be shown off. And if you have an idea, let me know. Comment on the master thread. The link will be in the description. And if you're here from the master thread, say hello, comment, post, let me know what you think. And if you're here from YouTube, comment as well. Let me know what you think. All right. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.